Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you are doing well, and today I'm going to be going over the other starter deck that's releasing with set 1 of Myo Mashup, and that is the Delta Warriors Unite deck. This is a deck, as you might imagine, focused on the Delta Warriors, and the key attacker is Delta Warrior Maxim, a 10 cost, 8 attack, 8 defense hero character with 2 impressive abilities. First being, this character gets +2 attack for each character with Delta Warrior in its name you control. It doesn't count him, but if you have a board full of Delta Warriors, Maxim will be attacking for a total of 16 damage, which is very high. Of course, in a lot of situations you won't be able to get that high, but you'll still get around like 10 or 12, which is often pretty good enough considering what else is in the game right at the moment. The second ability is pretty nice too. If you control 5 characters with Delta Warrior in their names, this character cannot be affected by your opponent's abilities or card effects. It's a pretty nice ability. Gives it a nice inch of protection, especially if you happen to have your opponent locked down. This can really be a great card to use to finish your opponent off. And it's just really great to have. As far as other Delta Warriors we're playing, it's not the only big threat. We've got the 7 cost Delta Warrior Boulder, 7 cost 7/5 hero with the overrun ability. When this character attacks and ties, it wins instead. So if this happens to go against another character with 7 defense, it'll always win that matchup. Pretty nice. You've also got Delta Warrior Shadra, a 7 attack, 4 defense for 6. And he has an activated ability for 2 power. You can activate this ability on your combat step instead of attacking. And he gets to deal X damage to a player, where X is equal to the number of characters with Delta Warrior and their names you control. Very handy little ability. Although, the 7 attack is also pretty good, too. We've got, to help further boost our character's attack, we've got Delta Warrior Lumia. This is a 2 cost Delta Warrior, 1 attack, 2 defense with the assist ability, meaning whenever another character you control attacks, you get to add the attack of her to that character until the end of the turn. So this can help your Delta Warriors pump out even more damage. It's pretty nice. You can also get to your Delta Warriors faster with Gale, who you just play him. You can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, grab a hero from among them, put it into your hand. So it's actually good in just about any hero deck, not just Delta Warriors, but considering most of the heroes are Delta Warriors, it's pretty obviously he goes well in that deck. There's also quite a few removal options here too. You've got Arrow for 3, 2/1 evasive character with the ability to, when you play her, return an opposing character and all their attached cards to its owner's hand, so this can temporarily yet rarely get rid of something. If you want to permanently remove something, you've got Delta Warrior Pyro, 5 costs for a 5/4 hero, and you can use this ability by destroying him to destroy one of your opponent's characters. Of course, you also have Blitz, who can do this similar thing. For 1 cost, you get a 1 attack, 0 defense hero. Whenever he attacks a character, destroy it. Critical is a pretty nice ability to have on a character, and if you just need to attack into something to get rid of it, Blitz can come in handy for that. Only other non-Delta Warrior hero we have is Citrus, but I think I'm a little getting ahead of myself. This is kind of like another Boldor, but he also has Overrun, but he's a 3 cost with 4 attack, 2 defense, so it's much better for the earlier parts of the game. And there is one Delta Warrior I forgot, it's Hydro. This is a nice source of card advantage for you, so 6 costs, you get a 5/4, slightly understated, but whenever he attacks, you get to draw a card, and if you do, discard a card. So this can help you churn through your deck to get to your Delta Warriors faster. Now there's a couple other tools we have at our disposal to get more cards. We've got Bonus Ring, which states that whenever this character attacks, draw a card. You just attach to one of your characters, attack with them, and you get to some extra cards off of it. It's pretty nice. Recon lets us look at our opponent's hand, then discard as many cards as we want from our hand to draw that many cards +1. And of course, there's Jake's Net Search for the same cost as Recon, but it allows us to look at the top 6 cards of our deck, choose 2 of them, put those into our hand, shuffle the rest into our deck. I'll actually put them on the bottom of our deck in any order, but same difference, we're getting 2 cards from among the top 6. It's pretty useful. Another big removal tool we've got at our disposal is Burst Attack. 4 cost, destroy a target character, then draw a card. It's a little more costly than, say, Steady Shot, but the extra card it gets off of it is kind of nice. It replaces itself. And to help us further boost our heroes, we've got 2 copies of Heroic Assembly. This creates a pair of hero characters with the assist ability, so whenever we use one of our other characters, they'll get a +2 to their attack boost every time. We also run a couple copies of Delta Academy to give all our Delta Warriors +1/+0, so just to give us even more attack boosts, so to really overrun our opponent. Final card in this list is Coach's Challenge to help us negate our opponent's action cards, so if they were to try to play a removal card to get rid of one of our key players, we can use Coach's Challenge to stop that. And that about does it for the actual deck, but like with the small fry deck I posted earlier, I wanted to go over a couple of cards you could add to this deck from booster packs to make it a little better. Most obvious one is Delta Warrior Kai. He's a pretty nice hero for 7 costs. You get a 5/5 hero with 2 abilities. Versus other characters you control with Delta Warriors in their name get +1/+1. Nice little boosts all the way around. And whenever you play a character with Delta Warrior in its name from your hand, you get to draw a card. So it's a nice source of continuous card draw with the little boost attached to it. And you could also play Shirk Deo to also give hero characters you control +1/+1. More useful in a generic hero deck, but it's pretty useful here as well. Some other good Delta Warriors you could play are Delta Warrior Flora Sky. 3 costs for a 2/3 that allows you to play. When you play her, you look at the top card of your deck and you can choose whether to put it in your hand or put it into your resource row to turn it into a spent PowerPoint token. So it allows you to get even more PowerPoint tokens onto your board. This allows you to get to your maxims a lot faster. It's pretty nice to have. The other really good Delta Warrior is Raylan. He's a 4/3 for 4 with the ability when you play him from your hand, the opponent has to discard one of their cards and also lose life equal to that card's power cost. So it's another way of dealing with some extra damage with him without having to attack, so you can really pour the damage on. Same with Shirk as well. You just play him, you deal 2 damage to an opponent. It's pretty nice. The other big piece of hero support is Call of the Heroes. For 5, you get to search your deck for 2 hero characters, reveal them, add them to your hand, then shuffle. Great way to get any hero you want out of your deck really quickly. And the final 3 are some pretty good staple cards you could put in just about any deck, but still worth mentioning here. We've got Revival Ray to get characters back into our hand when they've been discarded. Super Coin to help us draw some additional cards, though this deck doesn't really have that many troubles drawing cards, as I've shown off before. And of course, Steady Shot is another removal piece that you could have. And that about does it for this little deck list. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and let me know in the comments if you plan to pick up this Delta Warrior deck if you're so inclined. I'll see you in my next video, and take care.